So we are grateful for the support that we are receiving from Caritas Australia. So today we've been having a visit with Sister Ivy, where she's also coming in to support us and to see the impact that we've made in this first year. This is just the first year of implementing our project called the INACA project, where we are looking at improving the natural heritage which is coming out from the ecosystem. So as Caritas Chinhoyi, we are trying to improve the relationship between humans, wildlife and the ecosystem, because we share the same environment that we live in. So this INACA project is being implemented in Mbire District, which is one of our districts in the Diocese of Chinhoyi. This district is in Region 5. So you have a lot of human-wildlife conflicts, a lot of droughts that happen, and also there is a lot of shortages in terms of water for drinking, and also sanitation facilities. In the community that we are working in, they are very limited. So the project is looking at trying to improve the sanitation coverage, the wash coverage, and also the interface between humans and also wildlife, where we are working with the various government departments, especially the Civil Protection Department, to try and assist the communities, capacitate them so that they know how to respond, and also how to deal with human-wildlife conflict, how to deal with emergencies such as droughts, such as tropical depressions, such as cyclones, which also affect our communities. So in the first year, we are hoping to start a sand abstraction system where we want to support more than 800 people with water for irrigation. We are hoping to establish a 5-hectare irrigation plot, because this is the drought period and people rely on rain-fed agriculture, which in this region is something that is not available. So they can only rely on surface water or underground water, of which the underground water is actually dwindling. So we are looking at sand abstraction, where we are going to pump water using solar-powered piped water scheme, which is going to irrigate a 5-hectare plot and support communities to produce vegetables, which they can also sell and also use for their own consumption. Then we are also implementing an emergency project, which was also supported by Caritas Australia. We are feeding more than 500 children. Then we also have community feeding, which is happening every month. We give a monthly ration to more than 500 people.
We are feeding children at Shitsunga Primary School with porridge. We also have the El Nino project, the emergency project, where we are feeding 506 people within Mbire District. And they're coming from 5 villages, namely Kafamauro, Mako, Muzea, Kamfungu, and Chisunga. At the same school, we have built 4 toilets, and from the 4 toilets, one of them, all in all there are 5, one of the toilets is a disability toilet and girl-friendly toilet. We also have put a solar piped water scheme, which feeds 4 centers: the school, the secondary school. It's going to the garden, to the community, to the clinic, and to the other parts. We also intend to do the sand abstraction, which will provide water to 5 villages, the 5 villages that I've mentioned before, and also it will provide water to more than 800 people, and we'll have a garden. Since this part is hot and there is animal conflict, so we need to have a garden where the people are going to get vegetables from. They'll start having to sell the vegetables and get money from the vegetables so that they can afford to pay school fees for the children and develop the schools in the area. The other projects that we're doing is we have had a grinding mill. It's within Kafamauro. We are trying to reduce the distance that the women walk to get to the nearest grinding mill. At the moment, they've been traveling for more than 7 kilometers to get to the grinding mill, and it's one that is central in Angwa, So now we are trying to decentralize that and take it to where the women are.
We are happy to work with Caritas here since their interventions during the Cyclone Anna era, where we had a lot of household destruction. They came in with infrastructure development. They brought in durable houses to replace those that had collapsed. Actually, we had about 39 households that had collapsed homesteads. They came in and those houses are still standing. Our communities were really happy. We're also happy that they're also coming in with water and sanitation interventions, which will go a long way in providing potable water for our communities and also helping us fight against the scourge of cholera, our annual scourge of cholera. And especially the last one, but not least, but the most important is that there are interventions in terms of addressing and assisting governments in food aid provision to drought-hit communities, especially in the Angwa area, the ward in which they are operating from. We really appreciate the food provisions there, which consist of a well-balanced diet. To us, it's a recognition that somebody somewhere out there is thinking about us. Yeah, I'm sure you've made your own observations, how remote we are, some of the communities where they are located. Your intervention is here in this community in terms of water and sanitation provision, and that will go a long way in providing potable water, averting cholera, improving livelihoods through micro-irrigation schemes, and a lot would happen to this school. We really appreciate the provision of water at this school. You can check the standards have actually improved a bit, but we've got a long way to go.
You know, what I have seen has just been incredible. This is such a remote area and no one comes here. And it's wonderful to see that Caritas Chinhoyi is reaching the most poor and vulnerable. It was really important to see how people are desperate for water, and so to see the sand abstraction and the way they're going to bring water from all the way down near the river up to the top, that are closer to people's homes. So people are walking very long distances, up to 6 kilometres, and to know for the first time they'll be having safe drinking water. The water that they're drinking now is not safe. The concern is that the area where they're collecting water is where the elephants and the lions are, and so it's dangerous. So for the people now knowing that they're going to have taps closer to their homes and water is very, very exciting for them and for me.
Panapa tata kunetsekana nemvura. Unoita awari yese uchigoja mvura isingabude. Zvekutoti tata kutobva dzimwe nguva tinodzika kuchikoro kunotsvaka mvura. Asi apa takamonzwa kuti chichemo chedu chakasvika. Vachanzwiko obva chagadziriswa. Haiwa mvura yakubuda zvayo. Asi chatakuchema madiridziro. Hatinawo magowa anoita vamwe magadheni. Unokumbira nguva ichatanga. Woshaya pekuitira nzvimbo. Nguva inenge ichitofamba. Nzou ndopa dzinozoya dzoparadza. Kuti tizoitawo muriwo hatiuwani. Saka tatuchema kuti mukatiborerawo remadiridziro. Tinogonawo kuchinjawo upenyu hwedu.
And I think it's important that we start looking at how we're going to support people with income generating activities. So having the water and having a garden will allow them to be able to sell all their vegetables and start their own small business. The little money that they get, they can send their children to school, they can pay for medical fees, they can pay for household items, and it gives them a lot of confidence.
We expect our people to be benefiting from the water because they'll be doing irrigation and improve supply of food.
Before Caritas came in, there were challenges because people would walk long distance to get clean water. As a result, there were so many challenges associated with injuries, and even some people actually died when they were trying to get some water. So as you can see here, these are some of the improvements that happened when the Caritas come in. This bore was not working, and now the communities have access to clean water. Besides the community themselves, we also look at, the girl child, as you are aware, they are in most cases disadvantaged. So the girl child are also managing to get water. Sometimes they used to fail to attend to school because they had to assist their parents to make sure that they collect water for household use.